Hi, Veronica. So you had just some competitive moments against Caitlin Clark tonight on both ends of the floor. So as another 22, number 22, so do you enjoy the moment and tonight the matchup and the challenge she brings
Did you say
tonight?
competitive moments?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's fun like competing with anyone. We have the best players in the world in this league, and any matchup every single night, like I take personally whoever I'm trying to guard. And but we talk a lot about our team defense. Like it's not a one-on-one matchup. I'm never out there one-on-one. I trust everyone behind me. I trust the shifts, and it wasn't just me out there. I think I was also on Kelsey. I was also on Lexi, and so. But yeah, I mean, I think she's someone obviously that you have to pay a lot of attention to, and you have to know where she wants to get her spots, and just try and disrupt her as much as possible. And as well, she's a great passer. So I think not only keying in on that, but understanding how she can get other people involved and just trying to be disruptive.
Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Banfo, and we got to talk about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So last night, the matchup between the Indiana Fever and Golden State Valkyries was probably the most anticipated WNBA game to happen in this early season. Not only was it a matchup of two contended teams in the WNBA, but it was just last week in which Caitlin Clark and Tiffany Hayes got into a verbal back and forth on the court. So, not to get too deep into the situation, but Tiffany Hayes fans online were sending threats to Caitlin Clark. And instead of ignoring the threats, Tiffany Hayes basically co signed it. Now, the WNBA didn't want to investigate the situation, but with that added context, all eyes were going to be on this game. So, this was a very entertaining game that had so many lead changes. But the Golden State Valkyries ended up winning the ball game 90 to 88. Now, in this video, I got to break down Caitlin Clark and her struggles in this basketball game. Even though it's crazy to say, but 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists is a bad game for her standards. That just shows how great of a player she is. Now, let me actually start with love, because in this game, Caitlin Clark made history as the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 500 career assists. She did it in only 59 games played, which is 23 games faster than Sue Bird, who previously held the record at 82 games. It seems like every game Caitlin is breaking some type of record. So congratulations to her for that. Now that I showed love, we got to talk about what transpired versus Golden State. Starting with her shooting performance, Caitlin Clark finished the game 3 from 12 from the field and 2 of 6 from 3. Now, let me give credit to the defense because they played excellent team defense on Caitlin Clark. They clearly made adjustments from the last time they played, and it was impressive to see how they were able to contain Caitlin Clark. As a team, Golden State finished with 11 blocked shots and had Caitlin out of her comfort zone. The rest let the players play aggressively, and to the credit of Golden State, they took full advantage. Now, the refs did miss a lot of critical calls in the game, but blaming the refs is never a good excuse. So, yes, Caitlin has to shoot the ball better from the field for the Fever to win. She's the engine on the team, and a bad shooting game from her will hold back the entire squad. To go along with the bad shooting, Caitlin had back to back devastated turnovers that basically cost the Fever the game. Now, prior to that, she hit a clutch 3-pointer with just under 4 minutes left to pull Indiana within one. They had all the momentum until those back to back turnovers. In the game, Caitlin finished with 5 turnovers, and I get it. As a ball dominant point guard, she's going to have turnovers. But timing is everything, and the Fever could have won the game if it wasn't for those late turnovers. So for Caitlin, I think in order for her to take the game to the next level, she has to stop complaining about everything. She reminds me a lot of Luka Doncic and his consistent complaining to the refs. Every single whistle or missed whistle seemed to trigger an intense, emotional reaction last night. We saw it last week with Tiffany Hayes, but last night versus Golden State, it reached a boiler point. She spent a significant portion of the game visibly frustrated, pleaded with the officials, and overall just focusing on the referees too much. Like I said earlier, the refs let the players play. She was getting blitzed, grabbed, bumped, and targeted more than anyone on the court last night. But the thing is, constant complaining throws your teammates' game completely off. Her teammates have to worry about keeping her in check, and whenever that happens, their individual game suffers. This same thing happened throughout her WNBA career, and at some point, she has to grow up. Even as a fan, I I get annoyed watching her complain. It doesn't make for good TV, and like I said, her entire team suffers. Now, before I end this video, I got to give credit to that Golden State crowd. They were amazing. I thought last year it was a fluke because they were a new franchise, but no. They love the players and have a genuine passion for the team. They really played a part in that game, and I want to give credit for them for being loud and going crazy. And as for Caitlin Clark, hopefully she can get her act together the next game because the Fever need her if they plan on making a deep run at the WNBA Championship. Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.